Patriarch Michael I redirects here. It can also refer to Patriarch Michael I of Alexandria and Patriarch Michael I of Antioch. Michael I Cerularius or Cærularius, also Hellenized as Keroularios, was the Ecumenical Patriarch of Constantinople from 1043 to 1059 AD, most notable for his mutual excommunication with Pope Leo IX that led to the Great Schism. Biography. Michael Cerularius was born in Constantinople around 1000 AD, being ordained into the Church from a young age. He is noted for disputing with Pope Leo IX over church practices in respect of which the Roman Church differed from Constantinople, especially the use of unleavened bread in the Eucharist. Notable disagreements were also exchanged over other theological and cultural issues, ranging from the issue of papal supremacy in the Church to the Filioque clause and other disagreements between the patriarchates. Pope Leo IX sent a letter to the Patriarch in 1054 that cited a large portion of the donation of Constantine, believing it genuine. The first pope who used it in an official act and relied upon it was Leo IX. In a letter of 1054 to Michael Cerularius, Patriarch of Constantinople, he cites the donatio to show that the Holy See possessed both an earthly and a heavenly imperium, the royal priesthood. Quote, some scholars say that this letter of September 1053, the text of which is available in Minia Patrologia Latina, Volume 143, Col. 744–769, was never actually dispatched, but was set aside, and that the papal reply actually sent was the soft but still harsh letter Scripta Tuae of January 1054. Leo IX assured the Patriarch that the donation was completely genuine, not a fable or old wives' tale, arguing that only the apostolic successor to Peter possessed primacy in the Church. This letter of Pope Leo IX was addressed both to Michael Cerularius, Patriarch of Constantinople, and Leo of Ohrid, Archbishop of Bulgaria, and was in response to a letter sent by Leo, Metropolitan of Achrida, to John, Bishop of Trani, that categorically attacked the customs of the Latin Church that differed from those of the Greeks. Especially criticized were the Roman traditions of fasting on the Saturday Sabbath and consecration of unleavened bread. Leo IX in his letter accused Constantinople of historically being the source of heresy and claimed in emphatic terms the primacy of the Bishop of Rome over even the Patriarch of Constantinople, who would have none of it. It can be argued that in 1054, the Patriarch's letter to Pope Leo IX initiated the events which followed, because it claimed the title Ecumenical Patriarch and addressed Pope Leo as brother rather than father. Pope Leo IX sent Cardinal Humbert of Silva Candida on a legatine mission to treat with the Patriarch. Cerularius refused to meet with Cardinal Humbert and kept him waiting with no audience for months. Thus, Cardinal Humbert of Silva Candida delivered a notice of excommunication against Patriarch Michael on July 16, 1054. Despite the death of Pope Leo 3 months prior and thus the invalidity of the excommunication, Michael in turn excommunicated the cardinal and the pope and subsequently removed the pope's name from the diptychs, starting the East-West Schism. This schism led to the end of the alliance between the emperor and the papacy, and caused later popes to ally with the Normans against the empire. Patriarch Michael closed the Latin churches in his area, which exacerbated the schism. In 1965, those excommunications were rescinded by Pope Paul VI and Patriarch Athenagoras when they met in the Second Vatican Council. Although the excommunication delivered by Cardinal Humbert was invalid, this gesture represented a significant step towards restoring communion between Rome and Constantinople. The short reign of the Empress Theodora saw Michael intrigue against the throne. Michael Cerularius notes that while their initial relations had been cordial, once Theodora took the imperial throne, they entered into open conflict, as Michael was vexed because the Roman Empire was being governed by a woman, and on this topic, he spoke his mind freely. The historian suggests that Theodora would have deposed Michael for his open effrontery and sedition had she lived longer. Cærularius had a hand in negotiating the abdication of Michael VI Stratiocus, convincing him to step down on the 31st of August 1057, in favor of the rebellious General Isaac, for whom the army declared on the 8th of June. The emperor duly followed the Patriarch's advice and became a monk, having had a role in bringing him to the throne. Cærularius next quarreled with Isaac I Komnenos over confiscation of church property. Michael went so far as to take the highly symbolic step of donning the purple shoes ceremonially reserved for the emperor. Michael apparently planned a rebellion to overthrow the emperor and claim the imperial throne for himself or for his relative Constantine Doukas. Isaac exiled Michael to Proconnesus in 1058, and, as Michael refused to step down, had Cerularius draw up the accusation of heresy and treason against him. Cærularius died before coming to trial.